ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers of all ages, I'd like to thank you all for stopping by and giving me your time. I am Erick Daniel Coughlin, and this is another episode of Just My Thoughts. So for the last couple episodes, I've been breaking down quarterback stats for the entire NFC and then the entire AFC. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it all up. I'm going to give you the top 10 in 3 different categories. That's top 10 in yards, top 10 in touchdowns, and top 10 in QBR. And now also, just for fun, I decided to do the bottom 10 in yards, the bottom 10 in touchdowns, and the bottom 10 in QBR as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Who leads the league in the NFL in yards? Here we go. NFL top 10 leaders in yards: Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, Patrick Mahomes. That's your top 10 in yards. Here we go. Top 10 in touchdowns: Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Derek Carr made the list. Good job, Derek. Dak Prescott. Murray. Kyler Murray from Arizona. C.J. Stroud. Jordan Love made the list, even been hurt and had to activate backups. He still made the list. And Jared Goff. Leaders in QBR: Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Brock Purdy. Murray again, Kyler Murray. Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen. Jaden Daniels. And Andy Dalton and Joe Flacco, but they almost don't count because they're, activated backups. Flacco's played just 2 games to get these stats. Dalton just a game and a half to get these stats. Actually, both of them about a game and a half. So it's kind of unfair because this was in the first month of football. That's right. All this was in from week 1 to week 4. Keep that in mind. And we're going to do it all over again at week 8, every 4 weeks. That's what we're going to do. The bottom 10 quarterbacks of the NFL. This is fun. Worst in yards: Bryce Young. Tua Tagovailoa. Who would have thought? Jacoby Brissett. Justin Herbert. Again, who would have thought? Will Levis. Anthony Richardson. Jordan Love, which is biased because he's had an activated quarterback. Bo Nix. That's acceptable because he's a rookie. Malik Willis was that backup for Jordan Love. So if you put their numbers together they make a good quarterback. And then again, Andy Dalton within, a game and a half. So it's not fair for Andy to be judged. All that being said, I don't think Andy's a good quarterback. I'm just saying it's not fair that he's on this list. That's all I'm saying. Bottom 10 in touchdowns: Bryce Young, Tua Tagovailoa, Jacoby Brissett, Malik Willis, Matthew Stafford, a name you would not believe that's on the list is on the list, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, both of them are rookies, it's okay, Anthony Richardson, Justin Fields, Bo Nix. Again, Bo's a rookie. There's 3 rookies on this list. Again, that's okay. Lowest QBR. Top 10 worst QBR in the NFL. Bryce Young. Way to go, Bryce. You were number 1 in all 3 categories. Anthony Richardson. Bo Nix. Rookie excuse. Caleb Williams. Rookie excuse. Will Levis. Deshaun Watson. Quite possibly the biggest name on this list that shouldn't be on this list, Deshaun. Tua Tagovailoa. Trevor Lawrence. Jacoby Brissett. Daniel Jones. Now I'm going to stop and I'm going to pause right there because we're only 5 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to run back a few of these names for you. Some of these names, all these names are starters. Some of these names are supposed to be stars. Not just starters, stars. Again, lowest QBR. This is the list we're doing. Tua Tagovailoa, supposed to be a franchise quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, supposed to be franchise quarterback. Deshaun Watson, supposed to be franchise quarterback. Daniel Jones, supposed to be franchise quarterback. All of which are starters. None of which are stars. They are starting jobs in the NFL for quarterbacks that are wide open. And I tell you, there's other people that are not on this list. That was the bottom worst. That's the reason why we're making a big deal about this list. I'm going to put my handy dandy notebook up here. I don't need notes no more. When you think about a guy like Trevor Lawrence, drafted 4 years ago, supposed to be in a prime. This is supposed to be the prime of his life right now. Not doing so hot. Daniel Jones supposed to be in the prime of his life right now. Again, I've said this about Daniel, and I keep on saying this about Daniel. Sometimes you watch him play, you're like, damn, he's okay. He's not that bad. Sometimes you watch Daniel Jones play, and it's a freaking disaster. Deshaun Watson, same thing. Every time you see Deshaun Watson play, it's a freaking disaster. So who might these quarterbacks may be that want starting jobs in the NFL, Mr. Coughlin? Since you say there's starting quarterbacks that don't deserve their jobs, and you say that there's backup quarterbacks that deserve some jobs. So the biggest backup in the NFL right now, in my opinion, happens to be no other than Russell Wilson. You know, he's played in a couple Super Bowls. He's won a Super Bowl. So Russell Wilson's a big name out there that's definitely deserving of a starting job. Tyson Bagent, backup for the Bears, definitely good enough to be competitive and start in the name of this NFL, because not only are those guys named, you know, Gardner Minshew, he's a starting quarterback. I'd like to think Tyson and Russell are better than Gardner. I'd just like to believe that. So maybe Gardner's job's on, up for grabs. Definitely Bryce Young's job and Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is playing step in, but legitimately, Carolina needs quarterback. Legitimately, the Raiders might consider needing a quarterback. Might consider. I like Gardner, just saying there's backups out there. Could be said Jacksonville Jaguars, New York Giants need quarterbacks. Cleveland Browns definitely need a quarterback. Let's keep it going. Let's see who else out there needs a quarterback. According to my list, Herbert's on regression, so I don't know what's going on out there in LA, but I told you that was going to happen, and it did happen, so I'm just saying. There's quarterbacks out there that really need to start proving that they're it. Daniel Jones is top premier suspect. Deshaun Watson, number 2 premier suspect. I hate to say it, but Trevor Lawrence, number 3 prime suspect. You guys have to prove that you're starting quarterbacks in the NFL. It's okay if Will Levis struggles. Tennessee's accepting that. He's only a sophomore. It's okay if Caleb and Jaden and Bo all do mediocre numbers because they're all rookies. They're supposed to be mediocre. You guys are supposed to be in the prime of your life. There's a big difference in rookies and sophomores and guys 5-6 years in. Huge difference. So you guys better step it up and bring it, because again, Russell Wilson, Tyson Bagent, Mitchell Trubisky, all 3 backups who are starting caliber quarterbacks. I'd like to throw my hat in the ring and say that I think Jimmy Garoppolo's still good enough to play, so there's another name for you. How about Marcus Mariota's good enough to play? There's another name for you. I'd like to think that Ryan Tannehill's better than Andy Dalton, so there's another name for you. There's quarterbacks in the NFL that deserve a starting job, or at least like a competitive, getting the, just try to win situation, other than watching some teams just throw their, come on, you got to tell me that Ryan Tannehill doesn't deserve to play, but Deshaun Watson does. I don't think that's right. You think Gardner Minshew is more competitive to watch over a veteran like Russell Wilson? I don't know, because there's veterans playing. Joe Flacco's still playing, so Russell Wilson should be playing too. I'm just saying, definitely quarterbacks in the NFL that need to step it up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. We're going to do a short night. If you enjoyed what you heard, you like what you see, always feel free to cash at me, Erick Daniel Coughlin, #Coughlin Pride. Have a nice day.